Welcome to the Ironworth Trading Show. This is not financial advice. For the record, let the record show nothing in this live is financial advice. This is for educational purposes and entertainment purposes only. Ladies and gentlemen, how are y'all doing? Did y'all have a good day in the market? Let me get a W in the chat if you had a good day in the market, or if you would like to have good days in the market. Maybe you haven't traded before. Maybe you would like to trade. Maybe you would like to invest. Maybe you are an investor. Maybe you are a trader. How did your day go today in the market? How did your day go today at all in life? Chop it up with me, y'all. Come on, talk to me. I'm going to let y'all know how my day went, and I'm going to let you know how the rest of my week going to go. Matter of fact, it's a new day right now where I'm at. And we're going to make today twice as good as yesterday and half as good as tomorrow. I'm going to let some people come on in. And while I'm yapping, I need y'all tapping. Now, wow, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, welcome to tonight's show, right? It is 12:16 a.m. Eastern time in September 24th, 2025. I'm excited to go ahead and let y'all know about stock charts and some huge news that's happening right now in the market, especially with Intel. Ticker symbol INTC. Let me move my mouse out the way. I'm gonna move my mouse out the way. Come on in. All right. So, what we're gonna talk about tonight? If y'all new here, hit that follow button. All right. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the follow button. And if you a regular, appreciate you for coming back. Tonight we going y'all know how I do, you know what I'm saying? At least my exes do. I go deep. We're going deep tonight. Think of this as your crash course in reading charts and understanding what moves the stocks. What moves the stock prices, all right? What up, beloved? What up, Dino? How y'all doing tonight? All right, so I'm going to pull up a chart of Intel real quick. Let's pull up an Intel chart. Yeah, this is Intel y'all looking at. All right, this is Intel, INTC. INTC, okay, this is Intel. We're going to talk about Intel real quick. Put a W in the chat if you know who Intel is, or if you've had an Intel computer before. What y'all don't know is you don't need to have an Intel computer anymore. Your computer probably got Intel components in it and you didn't even know. That's right, Dino. All right, so look, check out the background. I've got a screenshot of Intel's 4-hour chart up right now. I'm pretty sure it's a 4-hour chart. Yeah, Intel, right? Intel inside. All right, so yeah, this is I ain't gonna say real time, but this is a look at how the stock been moving, and we gonna break it down step by step. I'm gonna show you a pattern that's super easy to learn. It's called the double bottom. All right. Put a chip on. I ain't even gonna have y'all do that. You know, if y'all already know how I feel when if I know y'all listening, that's why I'm asking y'all to put a W in the chat. So if at any time in the live I say drop a W in the chat, that let me know y'all hear me. Okay, y'all let me know y'all hear me, because we winners. All right, so look, the double bottom. Before we get into that, I'm gonna talk about why Intel is in the spotlight right now. It's some massive news dropping today over the past few weeks that could be game changers. We're going to cover all that. Intel been asking Apple for money. Intel been asking Apple for money. They got a $5 billion deal with NVIDIA already. And a big government deal. I mean, the government pretty much bailed their ass out too. A big bailout from the government. Thank you, Nigel. I appreciate it. Y'all, I appreciate y'all for stopping through. All my new people, I need y'all to hit the follow button. And my returners, y'all know I love y'all. Thank y'all. All right, so yeah, y'all pretty much know what to look for with Intel with all this news going on. Don't worry though, this is not financial advice. I repeat, this is not financial advice. Tonight, this is going to be for educational purposes, so you know what to watch for when these things happen in the market. So get your snack. I don't know what y'all eating. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all not eating this late. Go get your drink or something like that. I don't know. Maybe you in the bed, pull your cover up nice to your chin and shit, tuck yourself in or whatnot, settle in. We finna get started. If you got questions, drop them in the chat. If I don't see them, I'll answer them for sure at the end of the show. All right, every now and then I'll stop every few minutes to try to keep the conversation going, and I'll check the comments. But we finna go ahead and get it in. I'm gonna see what y'all talking about real quick before I start. Intel and Apple for sure. But before I talk about the news, check. This is a double bottom pattern. If you're new to trading or investing, chart patterns are like the alphabet of the stock market. If you can learn to remember, if you can learn to see chart patterns, it helps you read what's happening with the stock price. And that equals money. The double bottom is one of the coolest patterns because it's a sign that a stock might be turning from a downtrend to an uptrend. Okay, that means it's gonna stop going down and it's gonna start going up. Think of it like a W shape, two bottoms with the peak in between. All right, so like once you start seeing chart patterns, you start seeing the motherfuckers everywhere. Look, you start seeing patterns everywhere. Somebody said, "Do you think Nvidia is going up tomorrow when the market opens?" Well, Ethan, it's a triple play. This is a triple play I'm about to talk about, from Nvidia to Apple to Intel. We're gonna talk about it. It's pretty much everybody investing in Intel right now because they begging. But yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Give me a second. All right, so yeah, on this chart right here, you can see those two lows. The first one happened a while back though, and then it dipped again. All right, back right before this chart, it actually dipped again before it started to climb. Now, look at where it's at today, $31.94. That's a big move. And it's broken above what we call the neckline, that resistance level. Y'all told y'all about resistance. It's the ceiling. The ceiling in this case was the $29 level because what we looking at is after this was after the double bottom. All right. So why does this matter? In trading, a breakout above the neckline with strong volume is like a green light. Green light. Still in the party, don't seem right. Looking at it. Check out volume section on the chart. Look at the volume. See how it spiked recently? That's a clue that this might have legs. Like basically this could actually be a good trade. And then they also called those three green candlesticks the three white soldiers. Anybody know about the three white soldiers? What up, Noel? Spy heads and shoulders. I heard you, John. I'm about to get into SPY as well. Do you think Nvidia is okay? I ain't behind on the comments. All right, cool. So look, y'all, while I'm yapping, I need y'all tapping. What's going on? What's happening? What's up? Show some love. Hit the follow button now. Chop it up. Chop it up. I like looking at how many people in here, and when I say that, I like looking at the number go down because that let me know all the weirdos got up out of here. And then when I see the hearts and the follower go up, I know I'm fucking with some money magnets, some people that attract wealth. All right. So for educational purposes, we're going to talk about it. Now, I told y'all this shit matters because it's showing that it basically let us know that whenever you see something like that, it's a green light and it might go up. So, where I'm gonna start? You take the height, you can do some math, but I ain't gonna fuck y'all up with that math. If the volume drop or the price fall back to 29, it might be a false breakout, but we gonna see tomorrow. We're gonna break it down further. The double bottom is a reversal pattern. It means that showing the stock might be done going down and ready to go up. So when you see shit like that, you know that the stock could be done going down and is ready to go up. Other patterns like head and shoulders, like what Buddy keeps spamming in the comment section, or cup and handles, because this do look like it could be a cup and handle. Those are out there too. And these terms may sound foreign to y'all, but everything starts with you doing a little bit of research. It's not gonna hurt you to go find out what some of these patterns mean and what they look like so that when you see them on the chart, you're not confused. Y'all with me? Say, I'm not confused. That's what I'm talking about, W. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. When you start to realize them, then you will know all the other patterns too. You will see them when they pop up. But this one fits INTC, aka Intel, the best right now. So earlier, someone asked if this was a cup and handle or a head and shoulders, but that's a good question. A cup and handle has a rounded bottom and a little pullback. So that is looking like a cup and handle. Well, we got to see if it'll pull back tomorrow like a teacup with the handle on the right side, and then it'll be a cup and handle. But here the double dips are more defined, so the double bottom win. And if you new at learning this stuff, practice spotting these patterns on other stocks. Pull up a chart. That's y'all homework for tonight. Pull up a chart. Any stock will do. Look for W shapes. All right, it'll take time, but it's like learning to read a map. It's like learning to read a map. Some of y'all already good at spotting patterns. I love that. I love it. Now, we're going to dive into the news that's pumping this shit because this is where it get exciting at. So the big story is Intel is talking to Apple about a potential investment. Yes, Apple, motherfucker. Apple. They just got through asking NVIDIA. They asked the government. It's like they begging, bruh. They begging y'all. Intel out here is asking for money, and they done got like you all. They getting bailed out from left. Where my lighter? Hold on. Let me light my candle. Let me light my candle. Yeah, we finna get into it because Intel should be ashamed of themselves, but they not. And it also sparks the question: why is NVIDIA and the government buying stakes in Intel? What do they know that we don't know? Y'all ain't wondering that either? You know what? Fuck it. Fuck the camera. Yeah, y'all ain't wondering that either? Y'all ain't wondering what do they know that we don't know? Oh, okay, I am. I sure am. I'm trying to figure it out. But no, anyways, it's pretty much a done deal. I don't even know why we talking about it. We late to the party, really. This just came out hours ago, but I promise you we late to it. Intel inside information looking at it. Trump has his hand in it. No doubt. AI data centers, no doubt. That's what they know. But guess what? I work in the construction field, and we building AI data centers. And I'll be looking at my coworkers like, y'all just don't know what the fuck is going on right now. You know, I'm gonna own some construction companies, but by the time this shit done, the way this market going, now it's a done deal right here. This is a done deal. Intel been struggling lately. I don't give a fuck about owning no construction company either, by the way. But anyways, Intel been struggling lately with losses piling up as it pretty much try to catch up in the AI race, this AI chip race. So they reaching out to Apple, and Apple, they got over $200 billion in cash right now. I know this because all of this is public information, y'all. They report their financials. You can go and see how much money these companies making, and that'll help you to determine whether it's a good investment or not. This is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. So they got $200 billion in cash. They trying to see if they and Intel trying to see if they can get some of that money. They like, hey, Apple, can I borrow your refrigerator? Can I borrow your microwave? Now, this ain't a done deal. It's not a done deal, but it is a done deal. You feel me? But we talking about it kind of, I feel like we talking about it late, but they feel like they talking about it early or whatever because they just dropped it on the news. But I know when it come out on the news, we late. But yeah, it could still fall apart. But the idea is that Apple might invest to partner with Intel, maybe for some foundation work or for some AI technology or some shit. Back in 2020, Apple got rid of Intel. You see what I'm saying? Because they started making their own chips. If anybody got a Mac Mini, y'all know about that M4 chip. So Apple got their own chip. They stopped fucking with Intel chips. So this will be like a big ass U-turn if they was to fuck with Intel. And I was reading it on Twitter. A bunch of traders was calling it a vote of confidence, some shit like that. Intel shares jumped like 7% later on in the day because of it, though. Literally, Intel went up later on because of this. So that just shows you how rumors of big investors can spark rallies in the market. You got to think of it like a teaser trailer. Like everybody gonna get excited before the movie come out, but you got to watch the full fucking movie to know if it's good or not. You feel me? But if you was in on the trade, then you was able to, you know what I'm saying? You had a decent day. But yeah, we're going to move on to NVIDIA before I go on to the rest of them. Let me see. Hold on. Somebody just asked about NVIDIA. Yeah, all right. So NVIDIA, on the other hand, has been in an uptrend. I wanted to show y'all the bigger picture for NVIDIA. I could have easily zoomed in and showed you a 1 month chart or a 1 day chart or a daily chart, but I want you to see the bigger picture. I'm trying to, fuck trying. I am going to show y'all that being a long-term investor is really a better decision than being short-sighted. All right, it's okay to make some money today, right now, but you're not thinking about the bigger picture. And I want to show y'all the bigger picture. Right now, the bigger picture is you could have got in NVIDIA at $90 back in April. You could still get in NVIDIA now. You can still, meaning I'm not telling you what the fuck to do. This is not financial advice, but I'm letting you know that you will look back in time and say, damn, I remember NVIDIA was under $200. Put a W in the chat if you understand what I'm saying to you right now. I should not hear the crickets outside. Y'all feel me? Y'all gonna look back in time and be like, damn, I could have gotten a video when it was cheap. And y'all play with these stocks all the time. Every week, do something called recurring investment. Every week you should be putting some money into these stocks. This is not financial advice. This is education. This is what the rich people do to get rich. Big facts. His job pays him shit to diversify his portfolio. That's what's up, Andy. Noel got in at $111. That's what's up. For real. That is what up. That is what is up. That's what's up, no doubt. Diversify the portfolio, no doubt. Because if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. The whole technology sector is cutting the fuck up right now. The whole technology sector cutting up. But you have to know what's going on in the world to make the right moves. That's right, Zorsi. But a lot of people don't watch the news. They're not on Twitter. I'm gonna stop saying those other places because I don't want TikTok to think I want y'all to leave. For the record, I want y'all to stay right here on TikTok because I'm doing my live and we love TikTok shop over here. Wink if you're scared. Wink, wink. Because listen, the way I be getting suspended don't make no sense. But yeah. Intel, it's just huge for them. But when we talk about NVIDIA, just last week on September 18th, NVIDIA dropped a bombshell, that $5 billion investment in Intel. $5 billion, not a million, not 5 million, 5 billion. That's not just money either. That's like a 4% stake in the company, which means if Intel do good, that money that's going to be a lot of money for them. They teaming up to build an AI infrastructure. AI, listen, NVIDIA plus Intel plus, like, come on, bro. Y'all ain't putting two and two together. Like, I think we'll see the Jetsons in no fucking time. The world is already, all right, so compare 2025 to 1990 to 1991 to 1990. Compare 2025 to 1980. I know a lot of y'all wasn't born back then, you feel me? I wasn't born back then, but you know, do your history, do your research. Compare today to back then. Look how fast technology has grown, and think about where the fuck it's going to. Yeah, no comparison, Nolly. But guess what? It's going, according to quantum physics, it is actually growing at a faster rate than it was then. So however much time we grew from then to now, we making that same amount of growth in a matter of months now. I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy. Give or take, but they got some shit out there. They probably had this shit the whole time. I wouldn't be amazed. So yeah, we talking about, see, QQQ is an ETF, y'all, that's full of the technology sector. It's full of technology stocks. This one ETF is full of technology stocks. If you want to invest in the technology sector, you can invest in QQQ. All right. But yeah, you now is not the time to be playing with it, to be playing with the stock market. Now is not the time to be playing and acting like you don't, you know, you're not even trying to take the time to learn. It, like, that's crazy. This is a skill that can build you generational wealth, and you not taking time out of your life to learn it at your age is crazy. I am here to remind you, if I wasn't born for nothing but this very moment in space and time, but to remind your ass that you tripping and you need to start investing, then that's what I just did. I just served my purpose in life by you scrolling and finding this live. I hope you got the power of execution and you do something different. All right. Now, with that being said, Open look like it's on its way back up, JB. Open look like it's on its way back up. Yes, I love crypto. That was my first love. My first love was crypto. I ain't gonna cap. I was a crypto bro. I still love crypto. Don't get it twisted, but I'm just saying that was before I did anything else. I liked crypto. Yeah. Yeah. Open on its way back up though. Yeah. See, Bitcoin, XRP, Solana, Ethereum. Those are my favorite. Just the top, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP. Those are really the only four I'm fucking with. Now, somebody asked me, is there a Head and Shoulders on SPY? No. I thought it was too. It was actually a double top. See, what happened was early in the morning. All right, where is it? It wasn't even early. It was, I just made a post about it. Maybe some of y'all seen it. But at 8:32, I saw the double top. And let them know that this is looking like it's a double top. And that if it breaks below 663, we going to 659. Guess what the fuck happened? So the price definitely broke below 663. Okay. And for sure went all the way down to 659, you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not as hard as you think it is. Do you understand? Put a W in the chat if you hear me out. If you hear what I'm saying, it's not as hard as you think it is. Put a W in the chat if you hear. The shit is not complicated. You really just need to learn chart patterns, price structure, price action, support and resistance. Learn it. Start with the terminology. Start with the fucking words first. Okay? Start with the boot camp program I got. You can start there. Link in the bio. May I ask what time frame you use, please? All of them rise and shine. I ain't gonna lie to you. I use top-down analysis. I start from the top down so I can get a good idea of where the trend is on the bigger time frame all the way down to the small time frame. I use the smaller time frames for entry. That was a key, y'all. I ain't gonna hold it. I ain't gonna hold them back. That was a key. I use the smaller time frames for entry. I'm not the only one. I told y'all I do what the successful and rich people do, because it's not gonna stop working because I tried it. It ain't gonna stop working because I tried it. No. Y'all get that? I think I'm talking too much. Let me finish with the presentation, because we was talking about in the video, but I somehow ended up on SPY because he asked me was SPY in a Head and Shoulders pattern, and it did look like it, but no. And either way it go, even if you had thought it was a Head and Shoulders pattern, you still could have made that same put, because on a Head and Shoulders pattern, it does the same thing. It does the same thing. It breaks the neckline and it goes straight down. I know because I started studying these patterns, and then I started seeing them on the chart, back testing it. Like, okay, this look like this finna be a ascending triangle. So let me see if it's actually gonna do it. And if it do it, I'm like, oh hell, these patterns work. These patterns actually work. They not what you they this shit ain't. And then you mix that with some confluence, you check a couple of indicators here and there and some news. Oh, it's over with. You good. But check it out. You're not good if you trading without a stop loss. You fucked. You're not trading if you over leveraging. You're I don't want to use that word no more. Let me calm down with the profanity, y'all. Y'all know I get a little expressive. So please excuse my French. But if you trade without a stop loss or risk management, no type of risk management, no type of you're over leveraging, no type of discipline, then you might as well go to the casino and sit in front of a slot machine, or go to your local gas station and buy a shit ton of scratch-off tickets or something, because you don't need to be in the stock market if you don't got no discipline. What time interval are you looking for? And what's the indicator on the right that has the bars? That's a volume profile. See, usually people looking at the volume bars on the bottom of the chart, and that volume tells you the volume during that time. The bars on the right show you the volume at that price. Okay? Do you understand? I'm finna ask you to put a W in the chat if you understand and overstand what I'm saying to you, man. Okay. That's what I like to hear. Oak low. That arrow up. We knew that it was coming. I ain't gonna lie, I got a bit discouraged when it dropped down to 59, because that was around 74 when I put the arrow there. It was trading within the trend, and it broke out of the trend to the downside. But look, I love whenever the price breaks outside of the trend lines. That is a clear indication of where the stock is about to go, ladies and gentlemen. Trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. You want to trade within the trend, okay? You want to trade within the trend. Always trade with the trend, as it will increase your chances of a successful trade. Cold snacks. You want to buy the dip on Webull. This is not financial advice. This is educational. You buy the dips on these stocks that got high growth. It has a high potential. Webull stock, ticker symbol BULL, has so much growth to the upside. It damn near hit $80 when it IPO'd. It came all the way back down to about $9 short. JB, tell them we've been buying the dip since about it's about $9. I cashed out 10 times already since then. In and out. But every time I cash out, I buy shares. See, stock options is a great way to grow your portfolio. Stock options can grow your portfolio because you take that money and you reinvest it. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You reinvest the gains. Hit the follow button if you understand what I'm saying. You make the money and you reinvest the gains. Then you got the U.S. government that invested in NVIDIA too. Intel on August 22nd. They took a 9% stake in Intel, 433 million shares that they bought of Intel for $20 a piece. The government on national television. When that happened, we bought Intel too. Make it make sense. Who in the chat? Who in the chat with me? Yes, Nolly. Yes. We made money too. Matter of fact, dude said buy stocks in April, and we bought stocks and we made money. We've been holding since April. We bought the bottom back in April. Who is in the chat, bro? Are y'all asleep? Y'all asleep? Wipe the coal out your eye now. If I say a duck can pull a truck, then latch it on, goddammit. Hook it up. Nolly, we could have bought it. We really could have put the house on it. But there was a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt back in April. A lot of fear, a lot of FUD. It should have been a lot of FOMO. We should have been afraid of missing out. So check it out. Learn from the mistake. Learn from the lesson. What up, Chosen? Learn from the lesson, which is if a dip happens again, which they are expecting, because usually in the last week of September is bearish. Usually, historically speaking, the last week of September is usually bearish. Tariffs, people were scared. Yes, they were scared because they don't understand tariffs. But tariffs is a piece of the reason why. You think this shit going the way it's going like this, you think it got nothing to do with the tariffs? I mean, I ain't trying to get political. I'm talking about economics. I'm speaking, economically speaking. Even Jerome Powell said that everything is a little too overpriced right now. So look, I'm only looking at what they saying because of what it's doing to the market, rise and shine. I really don't give a fuck about none of them. You feel me? But a lot of people don't understand the tariffs. That's why they were afraid. That's why it was spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt, because every time he opened his fucking mouth about the tariffs, the shit was going up and down. He'll say something about them, and then he'll pause them. Then he'll say something about them, and then he'll pause them. Yeah, we still ain't really had no full set trading deal with China for real yet. And when that happens, the leash is going to be taken off of AI, John. AI, the leash, it's a leash. They got a leash on AI right now. Without that, it'll do right here. It'll be just like what you see on my screen right now. The technology sector gonna do that right there. Big green candlesticks. Listen, I'm not surprised it hasn't. I'm telling you why it hasn't. They got a leash on it. The leash is all the news that keep coming out to try to manipulate. It's market manipulation at its finest. Listen, put a W in the chat if you know AMD was supposed to been took the fuck off. Oh yeah, speaking of took the fuck off, what you see right now is pretty much what Tesla has done. Tesla is, who been paying attention to Tesla? Y'all ain't been seeing Tesla, huh? Told my truck company I was going to be late this month just about a dip. See, you crazy, but yeah, you right though. I'm telling you, it's definitely that type of time. It's definitely that type of time. This is not the time to be, bullshitting in the market. Where is it at? Man, Tesla did some crazy gap up from 340, I think, yeah, from 344 within a week. Like, damn, within a couple of weeks. Yes, Tesla went up within a couple of weeks. But it was still in the 200s back in April, though. People was bullshitting with it. Man, listen, Trump and him got to arguing and fighting. They brought the price all the way down for y'all. Noel, the price was so down when they was arguing and fighting that if I had a time machine, it can go back in time and tell you, hey, don't let this shit fool you. You know what you need to do? You need to buy more of this shit right now while they doing all this goofy shit. And in around September, you're going to be uppity. Y'all hear me? I'm coming here from a time machine. I'm coming here in a time machine now to let y'all know, stop acting like that. And the shit, stop acting like that. Stop acting. Why you being weird? Listen, stop acting like that. Because listen, it's going to go back up every time. It ain't never not did that. Now, the ones that crashed to zero, sure, but this ain't never not did that. Never did that. I can say that I done it. AI is a bubble, says Toxic. How? You know what? It is a bubble. But my question to you, Toxic, is don't bubbles come in different shapes and sizes? Is it a big bubble? Is it a small bubble? Right? Small bubbles matter. Or is it a bubble L, a BBL? Is it a BBL bubble? Is AI in a BBL bubble, ladies and gentlemen? That's the question. Do y'all know what a bubble is? I ain't talking about the BBL no more. Listen, a bubble is when they are overhyping something like to the max. Like it's overvalued and people are just putting too much money into it. And eventually, what do bubbles do when they blow up too big? They pop, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what happened back to the housing market back in 2004, 2006. I know some of you senior citizens remember. AI is future. It's now. Yeah, it was around that time for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I just didn't want to not talk about it, you know. I didn't want to not talk about Intel. I had to bring them up at least a little bit. For I pretty much talked about them for most of since I've been on tonight, but it was for a good reason. Okay, it was for good reason. It's because I don't think they done going up either. Yeah, I don't think they done going up. I was looking at Snapchat. What y'all think about the Snapchat stock? What do y'all think about the Snapchat stock? Y'all fucking with Snapchat? Can you check Apple chart, please? Yeah, I got you. I thought I did. Hold on. I thought I did. Hold on. NVIDIA, Apple. All right, King, fire up. We got a heavy level of support right now at $241. So if we do come back down, we could close that gap that's in between I think it's like 250. Yeah, that gap that's in between 250 and 241, that gap could get closed. Meaning the stock price of Apple could come down to that top purple line, right? And this is not financial advice. I'm just letting you know what to prepare for, because it also looks like, as I'm zoomed out right now, this is a high ass time frame. I'm zoomed way out, but when in doubt, zoom out. So Apple, I told y'all I'm a long-term investor. Apple is on its way to $300 too. It's on its way to $300. We in a bull run. I think y'all forgetting that aspect too. We are in a bull run, a technology bull run. This is history in the making. I just told y'all that my last live. You gonna look back and be like, you really weren't paying attention, but you are now, right? You paying attention now because I'm bringing it up. I don't want you to, those who was already paying attention, focus even more. This shit ain't no game. I didn't say Apple was hitting 180. Who said that? Your boy said Apple hitting 180. Why would Apple? Nah, your boy is wrong. But I'm going to tell you this, though. If your boy is right, what y'all going to do if Apple hit 180? I want to see if we got some smart people in the chat. You displayed a cheat sheet with Head and Shoulders and others. Could you please go back to that? Yes, I can. 1 second. Yeah, you're a very observative person. Hold on. Because TikTok Studios is only compatible with Windows products. So I had to go live on my phone, and I'm not able to share my screen like I would like to. But if y'all join the community, we live trade in there. I can show you a live chart over there. But yeah, this is it right here. And you can also find these cheat sheets, y'all. I can't tell you because then TikTok be tripping. But dang, just connect with me. Connect with me. You can get them. These are not for sale. These for free. You can get them. You can look them up. Listen, you can look them up. Y'all know where to look stuff up at? Type in, give me a link to find chart patterns. I need cheat sheets to chart patterns, candlestick patterns, etc. Yes, Seraphine, I agree. I agree with you, yes. But you want to buy whatever you want to buy. I would buy a Leap. Do you guys know about Leaps? Do you got the picture so I can change it? Because it's white and I can't read the background. Yes, V Mills. You need to talk to it and say, give me a link that got to where I can look at. They got a cheat sheet to all the chart patterns. It's also another one that started with a P. I'm about to type it in the comment section. Just let me change the screen real quick. Oh, I don't think I can. Can I? Yeah, no, I can't. I spell it Pinterest. Interest with the P on the front. Literally, go check that shit out. You will love it. You're gonna love it. I ain't even know it was that dope because it ain't nothing but pictures. But when you get on there and you type in stock market or stocks, and like it got so many pictures on there that will help you to memorize them. My first year in trading, I bought a poster that had all the chart patterns on it. I put it on my screensaver. I had the chart patterns on my screensaver, so that's how I'm listen, muscle memory. You got to remember it, right? Now it's to the point where when I see it, I see it. I see it before it even I see it forming. I know it's about to come. I know when she about to come. Sorry, y'all. I'm a Scorpio in the Scorpio season. It's getting hot in here. Because if I turn my AC on, it's going to sound like I'm in Chicago. So, yeah, a lot of y'all acting like y'all not going to go get the Apple. Y'all acting like y'all not going to go get the iPhone. Like y'all not finna go buy the Apple Watch. Y'all acting like y'all not about to go get them headphones and shit. Stop the cap. Apple's next quarter, I think Apple's next quarter, when they do their next earnings, they going to report a lot of money. Are you West Coast? No, I'm actually Midwest. It is 12:55 a.m. where I'm at right now. Also, y'all tell me what state y'all coming in from. We doing quite a few live seminars within the next, I got 6 months, almost 6 months. 6 months. I'm going to be moving around. I want to see where people at so I can stop in your city. I asked for the state, though, because I'll be in the state. We got New York. I like seeing Carolina because I'm going to be there for a minute, probably about 2 weeks. OKC, Arizona, New York. So what I want to do is I want to see if I can get a group in these areas that y'all is, instead of just dealing with individuals. On an individual level, it'll be different, but this is a skill set that you can take and secure your future with it. Just knowing how to read a chart, knowing how to invest. Knowing how to invest is one of the most important things to do right now in 2025. Now, even if I don't come to your city or if I miss your state or your city, there is nothing stopping you from hitting the link in the bio right now. We live in the age of technology, okay? We can get on a video call. I can do so much from where I'm at and from where you at. Don't let nothing stop you from getting to the bag. It's literally coming to you. It's in your face right now. It's knocking on your door, trying to come to you. It has came across your For You page. The algorithm is fucking with you right now. Hit the follow button. What up, Jackie? How y'all doing? All my returning followers, I appreciate y'all for stopping through. And yeah, everybody new, hit the follow button. And now I'll go ahead and do the Q&A section. Anything else that y'all want to ask before I leave? Because tomorrow we trading futures early. I need to be up at least 6. Now it only gives me about 5 hours to sleep. What do you think about Dogecoin? I put $400 in there. If you did that, you need to not let it go, Journeyman Grace. Just hold it. Don't have paper hands. Leave. I just got here. Damn, I missed everything. No, y'all didn't miss nothing. Y'all didn't miss nothing. Cause guess what? Every time I do a live, I post the replays on my YT. The link is in the bio. You don't miss nothing. But if y'all, I'll give y'all a recap. Look, y'all ain't miss nothing. So we was talking about NVIDIA. We was talking about how NVIDIA got money into Intel. And we was talking about how Apple is thinking about loaning Intel some money. And they not really just loaning them money. They are giving them money and also investing in the company. So they getting bailed out, but I think it's not. I think it's for a reason, okay? It's something bigger going on that we don't really too much know. But I was showing them about this double bottom. This is a double bottom chart pattern. Somebody says, thank you so much, brother. Somebody said to hold it for like 3 months. Yeah, you don't let it go. And 3 months is crazy. Try 3 years, Journeyman Grace. 3 months is still paper hand activity. But yeah, like I was saying, Intel might not be done going up. We want to see Intel break above $33 and stay above 33, preferably 34, so we can know that this will continue to grow. So if this is going to do what I think, We got to remember that the government did get inside of this, and Donald Trump bought this shit when it was like $20. The government bought when it was 20, and now it's 30. Now it's 30. So when they bought, we bought too. That was the first topic. The second topic is talking about how they all are. This is just a big AI race right now between, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Meta, right? So what I'm pointing out is the fact that Intel just keep asking people for money and they giving it to them, but Apple fired Intel kind of back in 2020. They started making their own microchips, and that's the M4. If you got a Mac Mini, then you know about the M4 chip that Apple got in their computer. So whatever Intel got going on, we don't know. We don't know. Who know what this is right here? I'm just playing. I know y'all know. Don't you dare. Do y'all get it? Put a W in the chat if you get it. Right, Jackie. That's Intellisha. Intellisha. Looking at. Nah, for real, Juju. Intel is on that. They own that. But look, they got a reason, because Apple got so much money right now that's just laying around. I would ask them for some money too if I had their phone number, y'all. You hear me? I got an Apple phone, but I don't really got. Somebody answered the phone and I don't understand anything that they are saying. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm being dead ass serious. Pisses me off every time. But yeah, they asking Apple because Apple got money. I mean, who the hell wouldn't? A lot of money too. They got money just laying around. Y'all don't understand. They reaching out to Apple because Apple got $200 billion in cash. How do I know? Because you can look it up. It's public information. Intel know too. Apple wants to avoid tariffs. Intel is building data centers in Ohio, etc. See, hypocrisy just came through with the home run. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't know that, but look, I knew that, but I ain't pay that. I ain't put two and two together. How about that? Because I did know that Apple was trying to avoid tariffs, but I wasn't thinking about it. Like that's the missing puzzle. They trying to avoid tariffs, and he did say. Didn't he say 0% taxes if you build in America? Apple cash reserves is crazy. Yeah, it is. Yep. This times that my mini Mac computer turns on by itself. What you think that is, bro? I don't know why your computer turning on by itself. I don't know. It's magic. I don't know. Shit. This time, I don't know. You wrote it twice too, and I was finna read it twice. That's crazy. You making me. For options, we want to make sure options expire and don't exercise to collect premiums. All right, hold on, Dino. Slow down. For options, we want to make sure options expire and don't exercise to collect premiums. Why, Dino? Dino, I think you just said the opposite of what you want to do. Hey, shows who in here is a profitable trader and can tell me if I'm tripping or not? Didn't Dino just say the opposite of what you're supposed to do? I think for options, you want to make sure they don't expire. And if you can't exercise them, I think if you can exercise them, then exercise them for one. If it's profitable for you, then you should definitely do it. Because exercise over the premium. But a lot of time people don't have enough money to exercise the contract. Yeah, I figured it was backwards. You do not want your contracts to expire worthless. And how do they expire worthless? If you pick a price that the stock is about to go to, and it doesn't go to that price by that date, your contract will expire worthless. You don't want that to happen. You want to be completely You want to be so right about the price that it's going to that the stock price actually passes that price. Oh, he's talking about selling options. Okay. For example, cash secured puts. So, yeah, but he didn't say that. He just said for options. We want to make sure options expire and don't exercise. So I got to be, we got to speak with specificity. When do you think I should put 400 more on Dogecoin? Please tell me, brother. You asking me to go to jail. I cannot give you financial advice, but what I can say is if it was me, I would buy the dip and I wouldn't do it all at one time. It's called dollar cost averaging. It's called dollar cost averaging. Jackie, no trader trades full time. Trading is something that you can do for 15 minutes and walk the fuck away from the chart and have what y'all be drinking them cut waters and shit. I don't drink cut water. I'm joking. I know y'all got more class than that cut waters. Some of y'all got the cut water in y'all hand right now. Wow, I need to learn how to do that, how to buy the dip. It's easy. John, I promise you I said they was Four Locos. No, I mean, do you do this as your primary income? Sorry, I should have reworded that better. Jackie, yes. It is. I actually made more money from trading than I have at any job I've ever worked at. You know, now that don't mean I don't have a 9 to 5. I'm with the union. I'm not gonna leave the union alone. I get my pen. I'm 33 years old. I have my pension in 4 more years. You know, why would I leave that alone? You feel me? But I can do this on the side too. Right, we work smarter, not harder. You feel me? I like that. No doubt. No doubt. But so look, check this out. What I was thinking about though is the fact that they were talking about retirement, the fellas at work, the older guys, and they were so excited about, they was telling some coworkers of mine, hey, you guys can retire when you're 55 if you do it. If you do this and do this, you could even retire when you're 50. These guys, the dudes they telling this to though is like 25. Some of them fresh out of high school and went straight into trade, straight into apprentice program, right? And he telling these folks, I'm like, listen, I know people on the meme coin website right now that just made $1 million off a coin. It's 18-year-olds making that same amount of money, making retirement accounts, making the same amount of money you make in your whole 60 years of working. So, and I mean, stock options is not something that's been around for a long time, y'all. The stock market has, but not stock options. Like trading options is fairly new. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Go look this shit up. Am I tripping? When I ask y'all, am I tripping? I'm not really asking for validation. It's really like, it's a form of sarcasm. Because I really know I'm not tripping. I done already looked it up. I just want to see who else know. Yeah, trading options is a great way. I'm going to tell y'all why. For those that don't know. When you buy a stock, right, you buy one share of that stock. Okay, let's pretend the stock only costs $1. If you buy one share and the stock goes up to $2, how much money did you make, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not speaking to y'all condescendingly. I just want to make it super simple for those that don't understand so that you can really get the gist of what's happening here. Okay? So if the stock costs $1 and you bought one share and the price went up to $2, how much money did you make? Y'all better not say $2 either. $1. Okay, so now, if you bought, we're going to do a little math here because you got to do a little math, y'all. You can't think you finna get into the stock market and not have to do a little math. Berg says $0. The answer is 1. So look, if you bought 100 shares, right? You spent $100. You bought 100 shares. the price goes to $200, how much money did you make? I'm super serious. I know it's petty. I'm trying to get you to understand something real quick. Okay? Now, that same stock, somebody else, you paid $100 for 100 shares. Okay? You made $100 when the price went to 200. When somebody else day traded or swing traded that same stock, instead of just buying the stock outright, they traded it. They did options on it. Okay, it's called stock options. When you do options, you are trading contracts. That's a deal between you, the buyer, and the seller. The contract is worth 100 shares. One contract is equal to 100 shares. And y'all know how much 100 shares cost because you paid $100 for it. But guess what? When you buy a contract, that contract costs $10. Depending on the strike price, it could be $8. It could be $11. It could be $12 for 100 shares. And when the price goes up to where you say it's going to go before the expiration date, you make the money as if you own 100 shares, and you give the 100 shares back and you keep the extra money. Where are the contracts? The contracts are on your brokerage. Peasy. You need to hit the link in the bio and check out Webull. I buy and sell options, Ferg. Do you only buy in the money? Juju, I love in the money contracts. Okay, out of the money is fun and all that. But yes, I buy in the money and at the money. 1 or 2 strike prices in the money, Juju. And it ain't even got to be deep in the money. Because I know how I feel. You know, them prices be kind of crazy in the money, but it's worth it. It's worth it, especially when you got a good entry. Oh, yeah, and the entry level is everything. That entry level is everything. Options seem scary. Scared money don't make no money. Hypocrisy, democracy. The way you came in here with that information lets me know that you would do excellent. You would do just fine, bro. Get rid of that fear. Don't have no fear, no greed either. One of my students had, I think he was up $1,200, and I said, you want to take profit or you want to move your stop loss up? He said, well, I think I'm going to leave this open. Till tomorrow. Shit went all the way down. And now it's in the red. He learned this lesson. It was a valuable lesson, which is use the stop loss, right? And not only just use it aggressively. Move it. If the price go where you wanted it to go, move the stop loss. That way, if the price come back down or go in the opposite direction, you get to keep the money you did make. I tell y'all that every live. I really repeat the same shit over and over on my free lives. The rest, it gets to another level once you join the community and really reach out to me. You feel me, on a personal basis. Yeah, but don't be greedy. Don't get caught with your hand in a cookie jar. Yeah, don't get caught with your hand in a cookie jar. Don't catch a falling knife. That's what they like to. You buying puts, you buying calls when the price going down is you catching a falling knife. I don't use a stop loss. Jay, that's on you. Either you got a lot of capital to where you can do some shit like that, to where you got so much money to where you're not afraid to lose any amount of money, and but listen, you might have a mental stop loss. And y'all might be good at having a mental stop loss. Somebody says, me neither. That's making the market rich. Right. How much you think it'll be for $100 in 3 years? Oh, you stuck on that Dogecoin, huh? Listen, when it comes to meme coins, Journeyman Grace, you got to understand what you trade and what are you investing in? Do you know what you are investing in? Can you tell me anything about Dogecoin that makes it a great investment? Somebody says, it's not money, it's patience. BBI still early? Yes. That's like asking me, was Palantir still early when it was that price? Do you roll your positions? I don't really have to, Ferg. I don't really have to. I can honestly say I probably should have a couple of times, but I haven't. I don't roll positions. I take the loss whenever it's a loss. My trades go in one or four ways. Since I've become disciplined enough to make sure of this. A big win, a small win, a break even where I don't win or lose nothing, and then a small loss. That's it. A big loss is not, it is not an option. A big loss is not an option. You should not be losing a lot of fucking money because you ain't using no stop loss. Best stocks to invest in right now. Technology stocks, Dean. Technology stocks, the technology sector. Well, right now, this is not financial advice. You might want to be careful investing right now as far as buying and holding because everything is high as fuck right now. Everything is high. When you say buy the dip, what do you mean? I mean, wait till everything is not high. Yes, buy when it's down, not when it's going down. Yeah, when it's going down, but when it's all the way down, you really want to buy. If you're going to buy when it's going down, don't deploy all of your money right then and then be like, oh, well, I bought the dip, but it just kept dipping. I bought the dip, but it just kept dipping. I bought the dip, but it just kept dipping. The Moody's recession threshold indicator is above 50. We at 48 right now. Thoughts? I don't use the Moody's recession threshold. I use RSI, maybe stochastic RSI. Tell me where the RSI is at. I don't use indicators too heavy. But if I do, it'll be EMAs, MACD, and RSI. Join the boot camp, y'all, to learn how to trade these stocks. I learn how to trade stock options. This is your calling. This is your sign that you already know you supposed to been did it. Don't make me start talking to y'all like that one did the Everett College dude. You're not doing nothing, no ways. You might as well. You spend your money on clothes and shoes looking at. I'm not finna do that to y'all. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all see what's going on around you. Y'all know what's going on around you. Stop being consumers. It's time to be producers. Get some of that money back. Start investing, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Before tax time come around, y'all take y'all little tax money and blow it and shit. Invest that too. Your check that you get coming in, invest a percentage of that. Allocate a percentage of that towards investing. This is not financial advice. This is educational purposes only. I cuss a little bit, so it's entertainment too, but I'm not playing with y'all. I have an idea of the indicators. I just need to learn how to buy and sell the coins. See, the coins you don't really need indicators to buy and sell coins, journeyman. You need to do some you need to do some research on coins, period. Yeah, you need to hit the link in the bio, Ty. Hit the link in my bio. That's all you got to do is hit that link. You will see everything. Y'all want to connect? There's a link in my bio. It's like 11 links in there. You only need like 2 or 3 of them, though. We don't need indicators. Just fill it and go for it. That's right. NBIS is still early. I'm not sure about NBIS being early still because you know you supposed to got in. You supposed to been got in. You supposed to got in a month or 2 ago. How much you charging for the Discord? You can get in there. You can get in a free Discord assignment. Somebody today just made, I want to say 300% returns. And then they turned around and paid for the premium with the money that they made in the free part. So I don't want to hear nothing about that shit. Ferg, no, I am not a crayon color. I do not refer to myself as a crayon color. And Ferg, tell me, why does it matter what is the skin complexion of my skin? What is the skin complexion of my skin looking at? Nah, I'm American. I'm full-blooded American, my brother. Full-blooded American. My ancestors was right here in America along the Mississippi River long before slavery. I am not black. I am American. Black is not a nationality. Don't get me talking about jurisprudence and all this extra shit, brother. I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would you say I am? I am not Nigerian. I just told you I am American, bruh. Them Nigerian, they shine different. So he's... NIO, great stock. I love NIO, State Guide. That's another one of them stocks that I feel like you can get cheaper. I know it's still not expensive though. We look at a lot of stocks like they cost too much. And then we missed the opportunity on when they actually cost too much, and we could have been in it. If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. A lot of them, a lot of stocks, y'all, a lot of companies, y'all spend a lot of money with on a daily basis. On a daily basis. And you don't get none of that money back. I was with my buddy, like I said, we was at the Union Hall today. He was like, I'm finna go get him McGriddle. I'm like, okay, you go ahead. I was on somebody live. They was finna go get some McDonald's. He said the same shit I say, which is keep on shopping with all these companies. I'm just making money. Because guess what? I own some McDonald's stocks. I heard Brett say that. I'm like, yeah, for real. Long as you buying Big Macs and shit, I'm making money too. Stop being consumers. I mean, of course, we have to consume, but you can balance that shit out with being a producer. How much capital do I need to start with? Good question, Big Will. It depends on what is your investment goals. When do you want to retire? I ask people this every live. I'm going to ask y'all the same question. Right now, I want to do a social experiment. I want y'all to drop in the chat, okay? It ain't going to take you but 2 seconds. What age do you want to retire at? It should only be 2 numbers. I shouldn't see 3 digits. You might not even fucking live that long. Give me 2 digits. How long you think you're going to last? When do you want to retire? What age do you want to retire? Okay. I know that's right. Erison. Today said, Ferg, y'all not being realistic. Talking about today and tomorrow, but I hear y'all. 40, 80. I'm retiring at 40, says Free Game. It's 82 people in here and only about 10 of y'all thinking about when y'all gonna retire. That's a problem. See, let me tell y'all something. When I say retire, I don't necessarily mean quit working. I mean, like, there's an age, and it don't come with the age. There was an age limit on this shit back in the day. People, you retire early, meaning that you know, this was rare, but it don't work like that in 2025, y'all. You feel me? It say quit physical work. Now, some of y'all might not, they never started the physical work to quit. Retirement is based on how much money do you have to last until you don't have to be here physically no more. Wealth is how much you can pass down. Like, real talk. And really, some people rich right now. You may not be wealthy, but you rich. You rich if your mortgage and your expenses and liabilities or your rent or your bills and shit is like, let's say, just for the sake of the conversation, let's say your liabilities and expenses is $7,000 and you making $10,000 a month. And your expenses and liabilities all add up to only $7,000 a month. You're rich. I know it sounds crazy, but you're making more money. You're making enough money to cover your liabilities and expenses and invest. You're rich. Broke is a mindset. Did y'all know that broke is a mindset and that you can have $0, but you're not broke and you got access? The money is in your face right now. You just have to use the power of execution. Some people mindset is broke. They broke in the mind. So don't be broke in the mind. Free your mind. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You know who's afraid? Those who don't know. I need you to do some research so you will be one of those that know. And don't just search and be like, hey, yo, I'm done. I did do some search. I did search. Well, it's called research. The prefix is the most important part of that word. That means what? Do it again, babe. Do it again, baby. Do it again, y'all. Do it again. Do it again. Research. Look again. You're not done. You thought you was done? You're not wrong, bro. There's a lot of athletes with broke mindsets. They got millions. But look, it's a lot of broke civilians, though. Broke in the mind because they not investing, they consuming. That's what the whole conversation is about. That's what I'm here to talk about, investing. I ain't want to get off topic. I just wanted you to know, the person that's listening, you, yes, you. If you are already investing, keep up the good work. The job is not done. If you are not investing, it's time for you to get started. If you want to retire early, right, and all my followers and listeners right now that's over the age of 30 and 40, if you in your 40s and 50s and maybe even 60s, some of my listeners be in their 60s, y'all know y'all don't got no time to be playing right now. I'm not being funny. I'm super serious. Y'all know y'all don't got no time to be playing right now. And my younger followers, I hope y'all not playing either. Because if y'all do the right thing right now, the rest of your life gonna be sweet. Sweet. You talking about retiring early. You might be able to get this shit done for you 30 and be you can somewhere you really don't like. I know y'all don't like working, and if you want to work, you can own your own business. But to be a business owner and an investor is better than being an employee because you trading your time for money when you an employee. Okay, go read Robert Kiyosaki book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I always recommend that to people too because if you pay attention, it'll change your life. He said that's why I invested 400 on Dogecoin. Okay, I get it. I get it. But hold it though. If you believe in that coin so much, hold it. Don't let it go. If you believe in it so much, don't let it go. That's the goal. Is Robinhood a good platform to start with in your 40s? I think it is not a bad one necessarily. I don't think Robinhood going nowhere no time soon, but I do think you should take somebody that's more serious if you are in your 40s or 50s. And I don't think that the brokerages are matter about what age you are, but I do think it matters because when you older, you not really. I ain't trying to be. I'm not gonna say that because then my older followers gonna be like, really? No, I ain't saying that. I ain't saying because some of y'all is tech savvy. First of all, my grandma be on Facebook playing the AI video games and shit. So I know that some people still can. She's 74 years old and still on Facebook, on FB. I gotta be careful what I say. TikTok, I don't want them to leave. Y'all stay on TikTok for the record. Now, you can use Fidelity, Big Will. You can use Charles Schwab. You can use Webull, Webull. All right, so that's Fidelity. I think Fidelity is Charles Schwab. You can use Fidelity or Webull. And you can use Robinhood because the interface is very easy to use. It's very easy, but at the same time, they be acting weird when it comes to setting stop losses. And I don't know. They platform just got a little bit better, though. I heard they added bracket orders. Oh, I almost forgot the best news of the day, y'all. This is the best time for y'all to invest. They are talking about removing the pattern day trader rule. Put a W in the chat if you understand and understand how big that is for new traders. And that's fucked up. They didn't give us that privilege, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm happy that I get to do it now. Do you think gas fee could be $25,000? Gas fee? Is that a meme coin? Remember FTX collapsed, so aren't banks safe? Ain't banks safer than brokers like Robinhood, Wealthsim? I don't think so, Dino. I don't think so. But you know what? The actual physical places is, but I would rather have it in my hands. There's a way for you to get physical copies of this shit. Have you ever 10x your money? More than that, BET and GoPro. More than that, I've 1,000 times I had 1,000% returns on Nike, and you can go check my link in the bio and join the community. We got receipts. I don't know. He is using MetaMask wallet, and he asked to borrow $25,000 for $100,000. Don't do it. It's a scam. Oh, hell, you gave it to him. Who you done gave your money to? Did you get your return? I don't know. He is using MetaMask wallet, and he asked to borrow $25,000 for $100,000, and you gave it to him. Yeah, I ain't gonna put your business out here. You putting your business out here in the comment section. We're not gonna talk about it no more. I want to help you get a hold of whoever that is, and we can give him a wedgie. You know what I'm saying? We can give him a wedgie or a noogie or something or a swirly or whatever the hell you do to people like that. Brokers are insured by $500,000 by SIP Banks, 250 FTC. Okay, guess what? I'm gonna mark you. I'm gonna prioritize your comments and other interactions in my live from now on, Money Honey. And who else? I'm finna just start giving out these badges because some of y'all been interacting in my live tonight, and I appreciate it. And follow some of y'all back too. They couldn't afford their land, So I welcomed them. Oh, they couldn't afford their rent. Oh, you a good person. I ain't gonna keep reading your comments out loud though. I'm an empath and you got me feeling some type of way. That's fucked up. Drop some long gems. I did. I'll do it again. Hold on. I did though. Look. I did. I promise you. Why you think I got Intel, Nvidia, and Apple up here right now? I'm not playing. All three of these stocks, if I'm not mistaken, all three of them is under $200. Intel under 30. Nah, yeah, Intel just got the $30, but I'm just saying, don't. You said long. I'm talking about long, like Joe Montana go long. I got the Intel doing good. Yeah, listen. When we get stuff, though, I think we just be done getting it. I don't be done. It don't be over. And then when it dip, you know what happens? You get the dip with Chip because you strengthening your position. You gonna have even more shares. But I got you, though. I know what you asking for. Hold on. Do. Looking at, hold on, I got you. Here go a decent one because Snapchat me that. Hold on. I just got trained by Franklin Templeton today, and T-Mobile is where it's at. Okay, so listen. When people tell y'all this is a little birdie. Money Honey, look at the name. The universe don't be playing with me. I know I attracted. So Money Honey, you came to me for a reason. All right. Your name is Money Honey. You just got trained by Franklin Templeton today. T-Mobile is where it's at. Then that's good. Yeah, guess what I'm going to be looking at tomorrow, girl? I'm going to be looking at T-Mobile. Now, you telling me to get a T-Mobile phone or you telling me to fuck with the stock? That's great. I use their portfolios all the time. What up, IROX? Yes. Yes, I'm gonna fuck with the stock. Definitely. I'm finna pull them up real quick. Since you brought it up, I'll pull them up. How y'all doing tonight? That's just coming in. I've been live for a minute. My phone is actually cooked. Like I ordered the new iPhone because they start as soon as the new iPhones come out. I know y'all know this. It's a conspiracy going on that say when the new iPhones come out, the old iPhones start tripping. And guess what? This is an iPhone, I think 14 I'm on right now, and it is definitely tripping. So I ordered the 17 Pro Max. Fuck it, it's a business phone. It's a write-off. We're gonna use it. I go live every night. You know what? I can't even pull it. I'm gonna pull up the stock and not get a chance to look at it before my phone die. Y'all hit the follow button. Hit the follow button. Don't miss another live. IROX. You caught the ass end of the show, but I will be posting the replay on YouTube within the next hour. The replay will be on YouTube. Y'all have a good night.